What is up, everybody? I've just been seeing so much random shit about this. Let's just go ahead and make a video on it. Like, I haven't really seen too much into it. I've been trying to get away from everything, but this is a new episode of That's Crazy with Crazy. So, from what I've heard and what I've seen, Trump had kicked the Ukraine president out of the United States Oval Office, which like we're gonna read some of this and see what all this has. Might try to find some like video footage of stuff. If not, well, then, we'll just talk about what I know. So top Trump candidate, cabinet, securities, and national security official holding meetings this week to discuss administration's next step Ukraine, including the prospect of supplying military aid following the spectacular collapse of Friday's Oval Office meeting between Trump and Zelensky. Trump's defense security, blah, blah, blah. We are going to have a board discussion on what's next. Earlier, Trump slammed Zelensky's remarks to reporters that the end of the war is still very, very far away. See, I haven't really kept up too much with any of this, so I don't really know what's all going on. Like, it's been pretty wild though. I've seen and heard, and there's just so much shit going on. It's just like, what is going on, bruh? Also at the table are questions whether Trump's administration um, was paused funding for Ukraine's committed by the Biden administration, something that Trump officials have flirted with. Even before the president took office, no decisions have been made Monday morning in halting American assistance, but Trump suggests his patience was wearing thin. Obviously, we're trying to assess how to move forward. Won't ex- and you won't exclude options. All options are a matter of decision. Yada yada. New funding. U.S. military officials said on Monday that it appears unlikely that the Trump administration would request additional funding for Ukraine aid from Congress, which will be required for the U.S. military and, in particular, the Army to continue transporting military equipment to Ukraine and training Ukraine troops. So we're just gonna just saying nope. You guys deal with this yourself. Which, in my opinion, this may be a L take, whatever. But in my opinion, I don't know why we've been sending so much stuff over there. Like, I get we're trying to stop the war from happening so we're not ending up in World War III. And I get that, like, we don't want Russia to be able to just take over whoever because then it'll look like Russia's becoming like a bigger superpower than it already is. Like, I get all that. But, like, I was talking to some people earlier, and like, it seems a little suspicious that they decided to wait till like end of 2023, beginning of 2024, to start doing all of this. Why didn't they do it prior to then? Like COVID era when people were forced to be stuck inside. Like, could have been a lot of shit happen, or even like right at the end of COVID going away and everybody going back and exploring the world and everything. Like, it seems a little sus for some of this. Like, not even gonna lie, but it really does. I lost where I was on here. Discussions come as the president's members of the cabinet continue to publicly question Zelensky's intentions and express skepticism that he is ready for a deal. I'm pretty sure they wrote this wrong because it should be like So he was ready for a deal of peace or a deal for a peace deal. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's just my brain just not being able to read it right. Just we read that earlier Monday. Waltz argued that what became so evident in us to us in the session Friday was he is not ready to talk peace at all. So see, like I haven't really seen too many of the videos. Like we could try to see if we could find some to see if they show anything that's like okay, it's already muted. Okay, fight for survival. Blah blah blah. What is this? Um, this is the worst statement that could have ever been made by Zelensky, and America will not put up with it for much longer. It is what I was saying. This guy doesn't want there to be peace as long as he has America's backing, and Europe. In the meeting they had with Zelensky, stated flat, flatly that they couldn't do the job without the U.S. Probably not a great statement to have been made in terms of a showing of strength against Russia. What are you thinking? Yeah, that really is not a good like statement to make because like that you're saying that your country can't survive without the USA or Europe. You know, like he wants to have some sort of power, is what it seems like for this. They're talking about it. They're reading over it. Let's see. Now, I'm not gonna believe majority of what they're telling me on here, because like there's still so much stuff, whatever that I just here we go. But they're kind of talking over it, so like let me pause this a minute. Where's my? It's on this side. Sure, turn it. So here, he's just talking about it. We just read that. Screenshot, which above, blah, blah, blah. So I want to see the actual. I can't type today. Donald Trump and Zelensky. See if this helps us actually. See if we can actually find the video between the two of them. Let's see what this one says. Okay, no, that's not. It's definitely not what we're looking for. Um, world leaders react to the tense Trump-Zelensky meeting. Why can't I just see just the meeting? Like, I want to just know what's going on with the meeting. Or, like, what was going on with the meeting. Ta, ta, ta. Go back a little bit. I missed what he just said. Get this out of here. Okay, that's the end of this. Okay, Trump and Vance attack Zelensky in the White House meeting. J.D. Vance, end the destruction of your country. Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this to in front of the American media. You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you started having cards. I'm not playing cards. I'm very serious, Mr. President. I'm very serious. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. What are you speaking about? You're gambling with World War III. And what are you doing in is very disrespectful to the country. Okay, I thought he was going to change the country. It's back to you. I'm with all res. Oh, I missed the spot there. I'm with all respect to your country, far more than a lot of people have said they should. Have you said thank you once? A lot of times? No, in this entire meeting have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania to campaign for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country. You think if you will speak very loudly about the war, you can. He's not talking very loudly. Your country's in big trouble. Can I answer? No, no. You've done a lot of talking. Because let me tell you, you don't have the cards with us. You have the cards, but without us, you don't have any cards. Just repeating the same thing he just said a minute ago. So that's pretty wild. So from that clip, because we're gonna try to be ending this kind of shorter, kind of soon. But with that clip, it kind of just really does seem like Zelensky just wants some sort of power to hold against Russia. To be like, hey, if you attack us, we have all these other countries that are gonna back us up to attack you. Which really could start World War III. Like, not he's Trump was not lying. Like, if he keeps just like talking about how to stop Russia, how to make Russia stop, that's not that isn't uh, a way to like try to stop the war. That's just trying to literally like not like end the war to where there's peace. He's trying to end the war to where Russia doesn't have a foot to stand on. Is basically what I'm getting from that clip. Like which I mean, that's definitely not a way that you want to go. Like if that's how you're gonna try to go, like that's America should not back you up. It is no offense to Ukraine. Hopefully we can figure this some shit out to save the Ukrainian people. I don't care about the politician people of Ukrainian. That's a funny name of Ukraine. Like, cause there's just so many, there's just so much stuff that is just not filled in the blanks. Because like I was saying earlier, how does how does one not think if you're gonna invade somewhere at the most strategic time, you're not gonna do it during a global pandemic? Like I get maybe like Russia didn't want their troops to catch COVID and die, yada yada, or whatever. But like, if he's willing to let his soldiers, men, whatever, go out into the field and go try and take away or take another country and take it, what is the difference between then and like COVID and now? I mean, like I know that this has been going on since like end of 2023, beginning of 2024. Why didn't he decide to do this prior to then? Because think about it. If you're going to be strategic and you're going to try to take over a country, blah, 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 whatever, what is, wouldn't a global pandemic that's going to keep everybody from being able to get to where they need to not be more strategic than I'm just going to push through here now? This is going to be mine now. So like that's why I think that there's something up with it, like because there I've even heard that at some point Russia was had access to the minerals. Which actually we could actually look this up. Let's see. Did Russia have access to Ukraine's minerals? Let's see here. Ukraine holds deposits of 22 to 34 materials the UE classifies as critical, many of which are in parts controlled by Russia. The United States, Ukraine are trying to hammer out a natural resource agreement. So yeah, like if there's parts of it in Russia, then why are they? I don't know. Um, I mean, I do know that Trump or whatever is trying to take or get some of the resources from there. I did hear that. See, U.S. strikes the deal with Ukraine that includes access to its rare earth minerals, officials say. This was February. This was like a few days ago. So, um, yada yada. The officials who were familiar with the matter spoke because they were not authorized to speak publicly. One of them said that Kyiv hopes that signing the agreement will ensure the continued flow of U.S. military support that Ukraine urgently needs. So we possibly could not be getting their minerals because like they're expecting us to give them our military in response for minerals. That's a bit fucked. Not even gonna lie. Okay, I don't care about your this stuff here. One more thing I want to talk about. Trump kick. That's not kick. Zelensky out of White House. Here we go. This is pretty wild too. Like Zelensky flees White House after being kicked out by furious Trump. Ba, ba, ba. Donald Trump kicked Vladimir Zelensky out of the White House on Friday after an explosive meeting between the two presidents. Zelensky was seen rushing out of the executive residence and ducking into a vehicle waiting for him before rushing out. A joint press conference between both leaders scheduled for later in the day was canceled. Shortly after the explosive meeting, Trump said Zelensky is not ready for peace if America is involved in negotiations to the end of the war in Ukraine in the Truth Social post. We had very meaningful meetings in the White House. Much was learned today that could never be understood without conversation under such fire and pressure. It's amazing what comes out through emotion, and I have determined that President Zelensky is not ready for peace, and if America is involved, because he feels our involvement gets him a big advance in negotiations. He continued, which I mean, yeah, like like if he's gonna keep like just expecting us to just give him stuff just so he can have a seat at the table. Yeah, that's just not right. The minerals deal between both countries, which was slated to be the subject of the hour, appears to have collapsed too, with Trump concluding his True Social post by writing, "I don't want advantage, I want peace." He disrespected the United States of America in its cherished Oval Office, he can come back when he is ready for peace. I mean, yeah, like that is how it should be, you know. Like if he's not trying to come around for peace, and he's trying to just fight, 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 you know, we're not trying to end up in World War III, which is where everything seems to be heading. You know, like that's not good. Like we don't need the world to be fighting with themselves. We already have enough fucking shit going on that we don't need more added to this. This shit's wild. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Let me know if you guys think whatever like more shit's gonna pop off. Do y'all think whatever that Zelensky's gonna just let Trump just kind of like walk on him, kind of, and you know like actually get him to un- I guess figure out what he wants. Figure out if Trump realizes what he wants. I'm not really sure. uh, but yeah, with that, we're gonna be catching you guys later. This whole fucking story is wild as fuck. Pretty long ass video. I do apologize for taking up all that time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys have, be sure you guys subscribe. And we'll catch you guys later. We're working on 300 followers for the end of the year. Peace out.